Hello all, welcome to the value-added course on Python programming for beginners. As part of week 9 in module 13, we will discuss about files. In last video, already we have seen some concepts about files. We have discussed about introduction to files, file path, types of files, and how to open and close a file. In this video, we will see some introduction concepts and mainly we will discuss about write and write line methods, append method, read and read line methods, and how to open files using with the keyboard and splitting words and other useful file methods. First, we will discuss about read and writing files. So already we know how we can perform file operations. So first we will open a file, then we can perform the operation either read, write, append or any operation. Then we can close the file. So in previous video, we have discussed about how to open a file and how to close the file. In this, we will discuss about read and writing files. The read and write methods are used to read data from the file and write data to files respectively. So how we will write data to text file means we can write character data to text files by using two methods. So the first one is write method. So write and argument we will use is string. And the second method what we are going to use is write lines method, and the arguments are list of lines we have to pass. The write method is used to write a string to already opened file. So for any already opened file, we can write a string. This string may include numbers, special characters, or other symbols. While writing data to a file, we must remember that the write method does not add a new line character to the end of string. We have to remember this point. So whenever we are using the write method, it does not add a new line character to the end of the string. The syntax of write method is so file object dot write, and we have to pass the argument string. As per syntax, the string is passed as an argument to the write is written into the open file. Now we will see the example program that writes a message into the file write.txt. So now f equal to open write.txt, and we have to open the file with write mode. So that's why w f dot write f dot write. So Python is dynamic programming language, and every string. So if you have 100 strings, we have to use the write function 100 times. So that is f dot write. C is a structured programming language. F dot write Java is an object-oriented programming language. Now finally, after entering this data, if you want to print, so the data is written to the file successfully. So after usage, what we have to know? We have to close the file. So this is the process. So f dot open. So first we have to open the file, then we have to perform the operation, then finally we have to close the file. Now we are performing the write operation. So see here, we don't have the file name, that is write.txt. So this is the currently working directory, and we don't have any file name with write.txt. Now, so this is the file. So write.txt and w. So now whenever we run this program, so now see here. So simply it will display data returned to the file successfully. So now coming to this one. So now see here. Now we have the folder file write.txt, and if you open this file, so now the three statements whatever we have given to write. So these three lines has appended here, and it will copy the content. Now see here, so write.txt file. So now I have altered the contents. So now I have Python, C and Java. Python, C and Java. So now I am saving this file and I am closing this file. So now if we run this program same again, so see what will happen. Run. So now data is returned to the file successfully. And again when we open this, so now see here. So already the previous content that is available Python, C, Java is erased, and the new content what we have written will be stored in this file. Now this will happen. So whenever we use write function, we have to be careful. If the file is already existing, if the content, the previous content will be erased and the new content will be appended. But if the file does not exist, it will create a new file and the content will be written here. So this is the output. So already we have seen this output. So next, the second method is write lines method. So now the write line method is used to write a list of strings. So normally whenever we use write function, only one string will be added. But whenever we use write line, so multiple lines we can rewrite directly. So that means we can write a list of strings. So now this is the example program and we can use a list here. So that is f equal to open write lines.txt and the mode is w, then lines equal to, we are using a list here, welcome to the course /n. So we have to use the internally the end of character, end of line character /n, Python programming /n, and for every beginners. That means f dot write lines and we have to give the list here lines. The argument is lines, print data returned to the file successfully, and f dot close. Now we will run this program. Now this is the program, same program, and whenever we run this program, so now the data is returned to the file successfully. So now what is the file name? write.txt. Now welcome to the course Python programming for every beginners. So whatever we have given here, the same content is copied. Now content is, so at a time the 3 lines of messages, 3 lines of data is copied into the file. Now what is the append method? So what is the disadvantage of write method means, if already the file is existing, so whenever we write, already the existing data will be erased. Instead of that, once we have stored some data in a file, we can always open that file again to write more data or append data to it. To append a file, we must open it using A or AB mode, depending on whether it is a text file or binary file. If we open a file in W or WB mode and then start writing data into it, then its existing constants would be overwritten. So always open the file in A or AB mode to add more data to existing data stored in the file. Appending data is especially essential when we are creating a log of events or combining a large set of data into one file. So this is the program to append data to already existing file. So f equal to open write.txt a and f dot write welcome to the course /n, f dot write Python programming, f dot write for every beginners. Print. So after performing the operations, print data to return to the file successfully. So for append, there is no method, separate method, f dot write only, but only the mode will be separated. So finally, we can close the file pointer. Now see this write.txt. Already we have these 3 lines of data. Python is dynamic programming language, C is structured programming language, Java is an object-oriented programming language. Okay, now whenever we run this program, so that is write.txt a, welcome to the course Python programming for every beginners. And whenever we run this program, so now, so simply we are printing data is returned to the file successfully. Now see what are the contents of write.txt here. So now already these 3 are existing lines. Now there is no alter of message, alter of line there, and only the three new lines whatever we have given that are added. That are added. Now, before the append, so these are the content of write.txt file, and after executing this file, so after append, this is the output. So here we have to remember that if we open a file in append mode, then the file is created if it did not exist previously. So here also in append mode also, if the file is existing, so already it will holds the previous content and it will add the new content. But if the file does not exist, it also creates a new file and it will append the data. So next method, the read and read line methods. So in previous we have discussed write. So here by using write function, we can write only one string at a time, and write line methods, we can write multiple lines of data. So in the same way, we have read and read line methods. We can read character data from text file by using the following read methods. So in read, we have four methods. Read, so the read function to read total data from the file. So it will read the total data from the file and read of n. So that is to read only n characters from the file. Suppose if you have n number of characters, suppose if you want to read only the first 20 characters, now we can read the first 20 characters also. So now here the n becomes 20, and read line. So that means it is used to read only one lines, and the final one is read lines to read all lines from a list. So now here the output will be displayed as a list. Now we will see one by one. The read method is used to read a string from an already open file. The string can include alphabets, numbers, characters, or other symbols. Now, what is the syntax of read method is file.object.read, and we have to give the count. So count is optional. Count is optional. So that is the count is an optional parameter which if passed to the read method specifies the number of bytes to be read from the opened file. From the opened file. The read method starts reading from the beginning of the file, and if the count is missing or has a negative value, then it reads the entire contents of the file. So that is till end of the file character, it will reads. Now, this is the example programs. So, the program to read total data from the file write.txt. So, here we are performing only read operation. We have used the mode read. So, now we will see some examples. Now, see here. So, write.txt file. So, write.txt file has the following 6 lines of data. So now, so whenever we use reading data from this, f equal to open write.txt r and data equal to f.read and print total data from the file write.txt is data. So simply whenever we run this program, so all 6 lines, so total data from the file write.txt is, so all 6 lines will be displayed here. All 6 lines will be displayed here. So now if we use, so write one.txt. So see here in this folder we don't have any file name with write one, but whenever we execute this program, so simply it will display file not found. So that is no such file or directory. So that means the file does not existing. In write operation, if the file does not exist, it will create a new one. But for read, if the file does not exist, that there is no data to read. Now in the same program, we can change here. So now f.read. So here we are giving, it will read all the file content. So now I'm giving only the 30 as argument. So that is read of n function we are discussing. So now I have given read of 30 and I'm giving write txt. So now I'm running the program. Now it will displace only the first 30 characters. First 30 characters it is going to be displayed. Now in the same way, if you give one more argument, it is 20. So now see the output. So now it will give plus Python is dynamic PR. So that is 20 characters. So likewise, we can give the argument. And if I give any negative argument, so that is minus 20. Minus 20. So now whenever we give negative value, it will displace the entire content. So or whatever we have discussed. So now this point we have discussed, the read method starts reading from the beginning of the file, and if count is missing or has a negative value, then it reads the entire contents of the file. So whatever we have seen here. So this one already we have covered. So only the entire data, and this is the output, and this is the argument we have given. Only after read 20, and it will read only the first 20 characters. Now this is the output. Python is dynamic PR. And the next function, that is read line method. So the read line method is used to read a single line from the file. The method returns an empty string when the end of the line has been reached. A block line is represented by /n, and the read line method returns a string containing only a single new line character when a black line is encountered in the file. So whenever there is a blank line, so simply it will display a single new line character. This is the example program, so which is used to demonstrate the read line method from the file write.txt. So that is f equal to open write.txt, and we are open this file with read mode. Now see here. So we have to read line by line. So that is line 1 equal to f.read line and print line 1. So we have to print line 1 and end space, and line 2 equal to f.read line and print line 2. So we are reading the line and we are going to print, that is line 2 and end equal to space, and line 3 equal to f.read line and print line 3 end equal to space, that is f.close. So now we can run this program. Now this is the same file, and whenever we run this program, so now see here, only the first 3 lines it is going to be read, and it will write this data because we have given return. So simply the 3 lines, first 3 lines. Okay, next method, read line. So after reading a line from the file using the read line method, the control automatically passes to the next line. So that is why when we call the read line again, the next line in the file is returned. Next, the last function, read lines. So read lines method is used to read all the lines in a file. So now this is the program. So simply we can use f equal to open write.txt read, print f.read lines method and f.close. So now we will run this program. Now this is the file. So write.txt and write, and we have given use the method f.read line. Now whenever we run this program, so simply it will display as a list and /n. So see here, so every line is separated with a comma. Every line is separated with a comma. Now this is the output what we have got, and every line. So the entire file content is displayed as a list, and each line is represented. End of the line is /n, and the separator is comma. So next method is list. So the list method is also used to display the entire contents of the file, and we just need to pass the file object as an argument to the list method. So we have one more function, list, so which will convert the entire file contents into a list. So now this is the program. So simply we can give f equal to open write.txt or print list of f. So for the list function, we have to give the file object as the argument and f dot close. So whenever we run this program, the same output what we got by using the read lines method. So now we will run this program. Now this is the file, and whenever we run this file, so the same output we got whatever we use the read lines method. Every line is copied onto the list. Now this is the output whenever we use the write.txt using the list method. So next. Now the one more thing, display the contents of a file using loops. So by using loops also we can display the entire content, and this is the very fast, simple and efficient way to display a file is to loop over the file object to print every line in it. So now this is the program. So simply f equal to open write.txt and the mode is R for line in f. So here the line is the parameter and print line f dot close. So after printing, we are closing the file. So now this is also gives the same output. Now we can run this program and we will display the output. Now this is the program. So for line in f. So f is the file object, print line. Now run. So now every line is displayed. So this is the output. Now this is the output. Then the next topic is opening files using with keyword. So the with statement can be used while opening a file, and we can use this to group file operation statements within a block. The advantage of with statement is it will take care closing of file after completing all operations automatically, even in the case of exceptions also. And we are not required to close explicitly. So now this is the program which we will use the keyword with for opening a file write.txt. So now see here with open. So the with is the keyword here with open write.txt w as f. So here f is the file object. F.write AIDS2/n and F.write BE second semester. Now print name of the file opened f.name. Print is file closed f.closed. So by default file is closed by using the with keyword. So now print file mode f.mode. So now what output we will get is name of the file opened is write.txt and is file closed true. Whenever we use with the keyword with, automatically it will closes file explicitly. So that's why is file closed means true and file mode W. Now we will see the output of the same file. So now run. See here. So name of the file open is write.txt. Is file closed true and file mode W. Now we have to know some important points. When we open a file for reading or writing, the file is searched in the current working directory only. If the file exists somewhere else, then we need to specify the path of the file. That means we have to specify the file name with absolute path. Now, splitting words. So Python allows to read line or lines from a file and splits the line. So that means it will treat it as a string based on a character. By default, this character is space, but we can even specify any other character to split words in the string. Now this is the example program to split words. Program to split the line into a series of words and use space to perform the split operation. Now we are using the with keyword with open writelines.txt read mode as f. So here f is the file object. Now line equal to f.readline. f.readline words equal to line.split. So here the words are splitted based on space print words. Print words. So now already this is the content of writeline.txt. Welcome to the course Python programming for every beginner. These are the 3 lines that are displayed, and whenever we run this program, we can display the first line only because we have used only one read line. So that means it will consider only the first line, and every space is divided into words. So now this is the output. Welcome to the course. So 4 words are splitted. Now the second example, program to perform split operation whenever a comma is encountered in the file. So now we have considered the space as the common delimiter, but here we can use comma. So now this is the file writelines1.txt. Welcome to the course comma Python programming comma for every beginners, and we are writing the program here with open writelines1.txt and mode is r as f, and line equal to f dot read line, f dot read line, words equal to line dot split comma. We are not going to give space here. We are using the delimiter as comma, and print words. Print words. So now this is the input, and the output is, so the comma only as the delimiter, and it will separate the 3 lines. Now, what are the other useful file methods that are available means? So the file no. So that is file number. It will return the file number of the file. So that is which is an integer descriptor. And we have one more method, flush. So flushes the write buffer of the file stream. That means it will clear the internal buffer of the file. And is atty. So this method is used to return true if the file stream is interactive and false otherwise. So this method in Python is used to check whether the specified file descriptor is open and connected to a TTY. So that is terminal type like device or not. So here the TTY originally meant teletype, and TTY like device is any device that acts as a teletype or a terminal type. And read line of n, so reads and returns one line from the file, and here the n is optional. If n is specified, then at most n bytes are read. And the last method what we can use, truncate of n, so that is it will resizes the file to n bytes. And the last method are strip of n, so it will strips off, remove a layer or cover from something, and white spaces including new line characters from the right side of the string, read from the file. So this is about the file. We have discussed about in this entire module about the files introduction, then file path, types of files, and we have seen what are the operations that we are going to perform on file. So that is open, read, write, append, and some useful functions, and how to close the file. So thank you for listening this video. Happy learning.